Morning, gang. It's Friday, the 6th of March, 2020. Here we are for yet another little chat, almost less than 12 hours after we finished the last one. I don't know where all the words come from. I always thought we were born with only so many words to speak. Did you know, ladies, I only found out the other day, ladies at birth are only born with so many eggs. And then once they have all been laid, whether or not little people have been produced from them, that's it, mate. All the eggs, some of you have run out of eggs already, I can see, boys and girls. But yes, that's what I discovered. Isn't that an interesting fact? And we like to start off the programme with an interesting fact today. I was listening to my Amazon Echo. I say good morning to my Amazon Echo. Is that like a normal thing? Or what? I say good night to my Amazon Echo as well. Good night, Amazon Echo. And she sometimes says, good night, sleep tight, or hope the bed bugs don't bite. Oh yes, I have whole conversation. Well, it's a bit one-sided, to be honest. You know, it's a little bit one-sided. She don't shut up half the time. On and on she goes. Never mind. Anyway, look at the beautiful day outside. Let's go over to camera 4. Look at that sunshine beaming in there. I noticed that the brighter it is outside, it kind of whites out a bit, as you can see there. When it's cloudy out there, you can actually see the trees on this new sort of side. It's not a new camera, it's an old one that I discovered in a box that I've replaced the other one with, but it's a high definition one, and when it's not so bright out there, it does look a lot clearer. But it's a beautiful day out there, all of that being a little bit nippy. I was nearly late, but not quite, as you saw. 9:15, this was our start time today. And that is because just before I started the music, I popped downstairs. I thought I'd get rid of the stuff in the bin. You know, sort of transferring stuff from my kitchen bin to the wheelie bin outside. And one thing, and I do it time and time again, if it's been raining or it's a bit damp out there, I'm like standing next to the bin and I pull the lid down. Well, of course, you never seem to notice that the top of the bin is all covered in water and I've got wet feet. Very important. Must dry them off immediately, dear. You don't want athlete's foot. Very painful. Nasty, itchy athlete's foot. Very good spray for that, if you can find any. Is there any medicines? Oh, just a moment. An unprofessional moment there where you could see the door of the spare bed. The door of the Bracknell television studio complex there. Is there anything left? Is Boots even open today? Is there anything left? Panic buying's going mad. They're going mad on the panic buying, they are. Anyway, so it's a nice sunny day today. It's been quite a nice week, actually, weather-wise. We've had a bit of rain here and there, but it's been sort of fairly nice cold. I noticed that the grass was really messy. Of course, we've had, I think, 3 storms recently, haven't we? Just a moment. I've had 3 storms recently and lots of twigs and debris, you know, in the grass in the back garden. I've got a reasonable sized garden. It's quite nice out the back there. And I thought I'd give the grass a cut. Oh, what a difference that makes. After like months of not cutting it at all, and you've got all the grasses at sort of different levels, it's only growing very slowly. But nevertheless, after a period of time, it looked really messy. So I did get it out. I did get the lawnmower out. And I lawn mowed my grass, cut my grass, and it half looked nice now. It's all nice and flat and not sparkly. You know what I mean? It is nice to do it after such a time. Okay. Now I've got a little bit of advice with lottery tickets coming up in a second, as well as lots more in the show today. We've got a birthday. Can I just do this birthday early? Because it came through on an email from Ross Herndon, who's, I don't know if he's with us live today, I'll have a look in a minute. He always watches the recorded show and sometimes gets his raffle ticket by email. Just a reminder, gang, a very good morning to our silent viewers this morning, those of you not in the chat box. You ever want a raffle ticket? You get the same as everyone else. Just send us an email there, okay? Say, raffle ticket, please, Chris, and I'll reply to your email with your raffle ticket number. 1 per day. Remember that, 1 per day. All right, my loves? So we've got a birthday today for Maverick. Maverick, who's 2 years old, and he watches the show on an iPad. Now, Maverick is Ross Herndon's dog. Herndon. Ross Herndon's dog. So happy birthday to Maverick this morning. We love our pets. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maverick. I done that wrong, didn't I? I done that completely wrong then. Wind back. Pretend that didn't happen. And we've got a birthday today, boys and girls. Ross Herndon's dog. Now, he watches the show usually on playback a little bit later on. But it's his dog's birthday today, Maverick, who's 2 years old. And Maverick the dog watches the show on an iPad. Yes, he does. He sits there quite patiently, possibly with his little paws crossed like that, and he watches the show. So this morning, a big happy birthday to Maverick the dog. There you go, Maverick the dog. Happy birthday to you this morning, my darling. Just there is the proof that everyone is welcome to the show. Man, beast, black, white, gay, straight. We don't care what you are. As long as you are a viewer, I don't care. If you're a non-viewer, you don't get happy birthday sung to you, do you? Don't be sending in your birthday requests of far away friends who you think might want to just have a happy birthday and they don't sit here religiously watching this programme from beginning to end. No. Everyone is welcome, and everyone who watches the show, dogs, cats, goldfish as well. If it's your goldfish's birthday, I want to hear that. You let me know and I shall sing you happy birthday live on this worldwide phenomenon known as United Kingdom Talk. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Now, can I just give you a little bit of advice? Lottery tickets. Now, in these times of the coronavirus, I have bought some magic antiseptic spray. Psst, psst, psst. I haven't got it with me today. Comes in a little bottle and you spray it down. Psst. Anyone that approaches with the slightest cough, you must spray it immediately into their faces. Absolutely. Don't muck around. Don't wait until they're really close up. Because as you can see them approaching, if you see a little bit of snot dripping down from their nose, or perhaps an eye watering where they've just had a good sneeze, or a cough, or sort of like droplets flying out of their disgusting mouths, achoo out with the spray. Psst. I recommend you carry around at least 10 bottles of this spray, if you can find any. Panic buying is going on. Panic buying, there's nothing left. Can't get anything in the shops. Dreadful. What's going to happen if we run out of toilet paper? Horrendous. You carry around the magic spray and spray them immediately in these days of coronavirus. Psst. Well, I've got some of this magic spray, and sometimes I use it in the kitchen. If I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I might just give the kitchen a bit of a spray over. And on my kitchen table yesterday, I had a lottery ticket. Not just a normal lottery ticket. I love the music, don't you? The old music. Ba 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 do 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 do. That one, yes. Anthea Turner. I liked Anthea Turner on the National Lottery. She was very bright and bouncy, wasn't she? A little bit like I am on this programme. Anyway, so I had my lottery ticket on the table, right? And it was sitting there, not just an ordinary lottery ticket, a winning lottery ticket. Oh yes, Chris Reardon has won the lottery. What did I win? Was it £100,000? Was it £10,000? Was it £5,000? No. Was it £10? £5? No, it was another free lottery ticket. Sometimes you win another go, and that's what I'd won. Another go. So there it was, quietly sitting on the end of the table, waiting to be rushed into my local newsagent. And without thinking, I just sprayed over my work surface, where I cut up dead bodies. Sorry, I mean pieces of vegetables and things like that who have upset me, who want to be cooked. Cutting up bits and pieces, and I sprayed it down. I thought no more of it, and then I went back in the living room, watched a bit of Doctor. What was I watching last night? I think something on. I can't remember what I was watching. Oh yes, that Hunter thing, which is on the Netflix thing, Hunter. And I came back out, and I spotted the lottery ticket. Look what's happened. It's taken off all the ink. So my advice is, do not spray antiseptic sprays or bleach or anything else near your lottery ticket. Now I'm not going to be able to take that in, am I? All the text has almost completely disappeared. I don't know how they know whether you've won or... Oh yes, I do. There's like a long thing at the bottom that you can't even see it now. Like little lines on there, and they've put that up under that magic eye, don't they? The magic eye that they have in with the little red light that comes, laser light. I mean, are these things dangerous? What if you look into one of those lasers? I might try it myself later at the co-op. I might look into one of those laser eyes and report back to you. You know the little red thing, you put it under there, go beep, and then a little message comes up on his screen, doesn't it? You have won £100,000. Yeah! Well, in my case, just another free go. But I don't think they're going to be able to see that. I'll try it. I'll take it in and see what happens. So there is your tip of the day. In these times of coronaviruses, you can be too careful by spraying your lottery ticket as well. Do not go and buy a lottery ticket and then take it home with gloves, and before you take the gloves off, spray it with antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral spray, whatever you've got there, because the numbers and the barcode will disappear. Unlucky. Thank you very much. I think we'll send that one to the BBC, shall we? Right, let's say hello to some of you this morning, boys and girls. Very good morning to you. To Fran Green, good morning, lovely Fran. All right, my love. Hello to Paul and Lou. Michael Lawrence, greetings. There's Mr. Ray Reynolds, international. Hello, Ray. There's our lovely Rachel. Scrolling. Mick Davenport in the house. Where's Mandy? Where's Mandy? I can't see Mandy. Who's going to look after the pain and suffering? Good morning to Dave Moses. Watch out for the baby in the pram, everyone. Is there a baby in a pram? Where? Yeah, exactly, in supermarkets. But one, you're having a laugh. They have more babies in prams in supermarkets being pushed into people's heels purposely so that they can get that last roll of toilet paper at the panic buying. There was at one point, Dave, I don't know if you know, but our Sainsbury's up the road here in Bracknell, at one point had children's trolleys. I kid you not. Children's trolleys. So they were about the quarter of the size of a normal big trolley. I know they got like different trolley sizes. They got one with like a sort of quite a high level, but you can't put much in it. And they've got the really deep ones. Well, the children's trolleys were exact copies of the deep ones, and they got these poles sticking up, presumably so you can't lose your precious little child. And these children were pushing these trolleys around inside. It was a blooming nightmare. Whoever decided that was a good idea? Is it idiots? Idiots. Anyway, they're not there anymore. Thank God for that. They were just getting pushed all over the place. Kids were running away with the trolleys through the supermarket. Hello? Baby James, where are you? There he is, happily filling up a small trolley with sweets. Terrible. Good morning to Mike Rees-Ponto. Hello to you, sir. Paul and Lou, sometimes I say hello to the same people twice. I can't keep up, dear. Hello to Michael Bowman. Let's have a look there. First death in Berkshire. That's right. Is it safe to watch this show? Yeah, but make sure you've got a piece of cling film in front of the speaker. It's my voice you've got to be worried about, not my looks, as you can see. You know, you can only dream of looking this good at 57 years old, can't you? Be honest. I mean, look at you. Some of you on there, some youngsters on here, you know, in their 20s. I mean, they must look at themselves and go, my God, you know, perhaps I will be good looking when I get to Chris's age. That's what it is. I'm sure that is the case. Thank you very much. Good day to Jack Matthews. Hello to Jack. Morning to you, sir. Tony King in the house. Hello to you. Rachel talks to Alexa as well. Oh, I've just said it. Alexa, cancel. I'm very careful to try not to say Alexa because I know it sets everyone Alexa's. I've said it 3 times now. I'm very careful not to say that word because I know it sets everyone else's off. You could control people's lives, couldn't you, really? Did I tell you the other day, what you've got to do is go around to someone's house with one of those gadgets, right? And say, whatever the word is, Amazon Echo, set alarm for 3:30 a.m. to horror music. Or horror noises. Test it out on your own device. Okay, you don't have to set an alarm. Just say, play horror music or play scary sounds. Well, let's try it now. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let's try this now. See if we can do this. Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, play horror sounds.
Shuffling horror ambient from Spotify.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Yeah, that works. That works. So just get Alexa to play horror sounds and set an alarm for 3:30 a.m. when they're out of the room. Terrified. They might have wake up and have a heart attack. Just a little bit of fun, boys and girls. Just a little bit of fun. Good morning, Diane Jeb. Hello to Diane there, my love. You're right, sweetheart. Scrolling down. Yes, I was on Radio Lincolnshire again last night. What were they playing out last night? I can't remember now. Oh, they were playing out one of my weather warnings. We did a weather warning the other week. Every day there's another weather warning now. Have you noticed that? You have to read through them and realise whether it's a weather warning or they just want to sell another newspaper, I think. Also, Rachel's going to a car boot sale. Yeah, I've been to a couple of those. Fascinating to walk around and see what people are buying, isn't it? Huh? I know people that made a living from car boot sales. They buy stuff dirt cheap and then they go and sell it on somewhere for profits on eBay and places like that. Actually, I think my brother-in-law does that as well, or used to do that. Morning to Gavin Bass. Hello to you. One moment. Hello to Sean Pye. Good morning. Ross Herndon is indeed there. There you go. I hope you played that to your doggy. Happy birthday to your 2-year-old doggy. Okay, good morning, Adrian Richardson, on this bright, happy morning. There's Mandy. Good morning, Mandy Davenport. Hello. It's a Great Dane, is it? Okay, that dog is a Great Dane. Beautiful dog. He sent me an email with a picture. Beautiful dog. Absolutely. Trevor Campbell, good morning to Trevor Campbell. Mark Cording, good morning, Mark. Ray Reynolds, I had to drive near Chelmsford yesterday on the A12. I've not driven on there for about 10 years and it's disgusting, full of potholes. And a stone hit the windscreen twice, but I got away with it. Oh, well, you were lucky then, Ray. Are you driving too close, dear, to the car in front, dear? That's where those stones come from. They flick up from the car in front. Keep back, dear. Back! Back! Dave Moses, could you sing happy birthday to Fred, my spider in the corner? He's currently surfing the World Wide Web. Will you walk into the parlour, set the spider to the fly? Remember that song? Perhaps you could play that on your little radio station, darling. That could be your opening track. Presumably you'll want some sort of celebrity to come and open your station, will you? Cut a ribbon or something like that, Well, I hope you find someone, I don't know who might be available and who might not be available, Dave Moses. Someone who's perhaps been on the television, someone that regular appearances on BBC Lincolnshire, something like that. I don't know. I mean, whoever you want, darling. Good morning to John Parrish. Have you won what? Have we done a competition then, John? Have you won what, dear? Hello to Ross Patel. Good morning, Ross. In Norwich. From Norwich. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Boom 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 da 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 da. Sale of the century. Oh, Nicholas Parsons, bless him. He's not with us now, is he, Nicholas Parsons? Wasn't that recently he died? Good age. Good age. He was the host of Sale of the Century. I've got to say, a lot of my friends dying. Okay, that's not quite right. Not friends, acquaintances. See, a lot of my acquaintances dying at the moment on Facebook. 2 DJs in the last couple of weeks. One was DJ Rich B, who I worked with in Italy. He was same age as me, 57. I don't know what happened to him. And another one now, Pearl E. Monsoon. She was a house DJ, always full of life and very bubbly. She died a couple of days ago as well. You know, people keep dying. I suppose that's what happens as you get older, doesn't it, really? Ross is going to buy loo roll now and sit in car boots. Sell it at car boots in the summer for £50 a roll. Yeah, if you're still here, mate. You know, I mean, which end of the scale are you going to be at? Are you going to be at the end of the scale where, it's just the sore throat and a runny nose? Or are you going to be at the other end of the scale where it's... Or maybe somewhere in the middle. I wouldn't buy too many loo rolls if I were you, Ross. You don't want to be buying things and then wasting your money and then dying straight afterwards. What was the point of that if you can't sell it on? We more austerity. That's what we need in this country. More, it's people like you throwing away money on toilet rolls unnecessarily, dear. Mick Davenport reckons he's going to have a car boot with all his Chris Reardon tat. Now, Mick has a shrine to me. Mick Davenport has a shrine to me. And if you don't believe me, he sent in a picture this morning. Here it is. Look at that. Mick Davenport's shrine to... He's got all the stuff there. Look at it all. God. Oh, just a moment. Oh, Mick. I don't see one of our new clocks there. Oh. I don't see one of our new clocks there. Oh. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this in my hand? Can I see that, Mick? Can I just have another look at that picture? Can we just have another look at that picture for a moment? Can anyone see a little clock there? I don't see a clock there. Do you see a clock there? I don't see. It's all very well saying you've got one of everything. Well, there's no clock, and there isn't a white T-shirt either, is there? You haven't got a white T-shirt either. Only one left. Here it is. One. Oh, it's large. One large white T-shirt left. That's all there is. I haven't got a white one. There we are. No clock there, is there? That's Mick's shrine. Incidentally, more T-shirts have been ordered now, okay? We've ordered a few more T-shirts because they're quite popular, with both with raffle prizes and actually people buying them on the Super Chat. You can have a T-shirt. There's one large. Anyone want that? That's £11. Oh, I should save that really for the bingo Sunday because I've only got one left now. The others won't be here by Sunday. He won't be able to do those in time. Good morning to LaBelle. Today I am emerald-eyed Clover of Magic. Good morning to the lovely LaBelle. Morning to you, LaBelle. Actually, LaBelle, while you're there, LaBelle, I'm going to make an exception for you. Oh, yes, it's favouritism now, boys and girls. Favouritism. Can I give you your raffle ticket now, LaBelle? Because your message always gets lost. So in future, when I see your little name pop up, I shall do your raffle ticket straight away, 741, okay? That you are the only person. You are special person. Special person. Love is a many splendid thing. There you go, LaBelle, 741. Thank you. Straight in the bucket. You don't need to ask for a raffle ticket. As soon as I see your name pop up while we're doing a show, I shall distribute. There's a great word. Distribute a raffle ticket to you. Okay? Mikey Mike says it's his cat's birthday today. Could you sing a meow happy birthday? No, because you're lying. We don't like liars. You know what happens. Mandy! That's a lie. Everyone's telling us it's everyone's birthday now just because I sang a birthday to Merlot. Is it Merlot? What's his name again? I can't remember. That what's his name's dog? Yes. No. Spiders, cats. What's next, dear? Who's going to say it's their birthday? It's like these people that they go to restaurants. My mate's done this. Oh, it's we've just come from dinner. By the way, it's his It's his birthday today, and then suddenly this birthday cake appears. No, it's not. I can't lie like that to get stuff. I'm sorry, I can't. It's wrong. It's so wrong. It really is. Good morning to Steve, Dave, Christopher. Hello to you. Welcome to the show. Yvonne Lemon joining us there. If you die, I want your caravan and microphone. You've already asked once for the caravan, Ross. You had your answer, dear. Desperate for my caravan. Not having you and your noisy kids there, dear. Dear me. I've got neighbours to think about. Neighbours to think about. I just imagine you there, sitting there with your telly at full volume, watching the football, cans of lager, child running around the place, screaming its head off. No! What about my nice neighbours down at the caravan site? Got to think of them. Put others before yourself, as in the Scouts. Cubs, do your best. We will do our best. I promise to keep the Scout law, to keep promises and respect the Queen, or something like that. I can't remember the exact Scout promise, but there we are. Excuse me a moment. Where are we now? Let's just scroll there. Someone said, if you die, can I have your clock, says Mick. No, it will have to be one. Someone will have to take on the business. You know, probably someone's watching this show at the moment who will be perfectly good at doing the show. Someone like Tony Blackburn, you know, who would love to have this show, but he doesn't have it. I do. They're waiting for me to pass over so that they can take over. You know, they will have my stream key code and everything else. Probably not as good as this, but, you know, it might come on. It might come on. Yes, well, he's been collecting the pens. He either buys them or wins them or someone sends them to him. Yeah, he just likes collecting stuff. I used to collect stamps as a child and things like that. You know, it just depends what you like, doesn't it, really? Who's this now? A day in the life of Duncan Vlog. A very good morning to you. Hello, who's in Edinburgh in Scotland? Ba 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 ba. Beautiful part of the world, Edinburgh. Oh, the buildings there. Beautiful architecture in Edinburgh, I tell you. And I like the Highland. It's been years and years, decades since I've been to the Highland. What a beautiful place that is. Obviously does his own little vlog there. Is that right? You do your own vlog there? Do you want to advertise that? That's okay. If you do anything, you know, you want to put a message on the chat box. That's good as well, my darlings. Okay. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here, boys and girls. We're not really keeping up there. Let's see. Adrian says it's a moth in my wallet's birthday today. It's been stuck there for 25 years. Well, I think we all know that, dear. Blimey, I've known some tight people in my time, and then Adrian Richardson came along. He comes in the pub, you know. He comes in Central Station, where I'll probably be in tonight, you know, for the karaoke. Sits there all night with a Coke. That's one Coke. I've watched him. Sits there all night with his one Coke. Comes in with this walking stick, right, and I watch him. He practically runs to the door. As soon as he gets to the door and there's people around, the walking stick goes down on the floor and he starts hobbling, you know, for feeling sorry for him purposes. Yeah, I don't think I'm stupid. I've watched you, mate. I've watched you. So there we are. There's a new Picard today on the telly, which I'm looking forward to. I slept a bit better last night, I must say. I changed my duvet. Well, I changed all the bed sheets yesterday because I wanted to change the duvet cover. So I did the whole thing as well. I turned the mattress over. It's a heavy mattress. It's a job to turn it over. In fact, I turned it over twice. You know, I turned it round and then I turned it over as well. Although that particular bed says you don't have to do it. I still quite like to do that. Bit old school, really. Changed the sheets and I took the winter duvet off and I put the autumn spring duvet on. And I did sleep better last night. I've been really overheating quite badly in bed. And I think that's... good morning, Adam. Morning. I think that's what's causing me to not sleep very well. Literally waking up. I'm waking up every 2 hours. Really hot. Not sweating, just really hot. So I changed that duvet last night. I only woke up once at about 6 o'clock in the morning, actually, for a wee. Got up, went back to bed, and I wasn't over hot. So I think I've cured myself there. Day in the life of Duncan. Yes, does indeed do vlogs. Hasn't posted any yet. Oh, right, okay. Well, when you do, just put a little note on here. We don't mind people mentioning their own stuff. I don't think you can type a URL on there, unfortunately. It just won't let you do that. But the three dots, I don't know if you know this, Duncan, isn't it? You see that in the chat box where there's three dots. If you click on that, it will give you the option of going to that person's channel. So once you've done vlogs, and Mike Responto does stuff as well. You know, you can always put them. I've done a new vlog. Click the dots next to me, and that's fine. I don't mind about that. That's all right. We're all in it together, aren't we? Doing the same thing, all do our own thing very differently. That's what I like about these YouTube channels. They're all so different. I mean, so different. You can't. It's beautiful to be able to do your own thing, and people either like you or they don't. You know, they like you or you don't. All right. What I would say, a little bit of advice: if you do have a chat box, if you get someone annoying, just ignore them. Eventually, they go away. All right. You now and again you might get someone really annoying. Just ignore them. Don't reply or respond to annoying messages or repetitive messages that keep coming up time and time again, because that's what they want. They want a reaction. Some people want a reaction. You know, when I put nasty or just stupid, I mean really stupid messages. Just ignore it and pass over it, and eventually it stops. Oh, there's another new person there. Heavy Metal Mickey. A very big hello to you. Heavy Metal Mickey is 15 years away to be the 40-year-old virgin. Will I win? I don't know. 15 from 40. 40. What, are you 25? Oh, you must be the youngest viewer on here. 25 years old. I've usually got only older people here who are sort of around my age. So welcome to the show. Do you like heavy metal music? I never forget. I went to this heavy metal pub once. I was 21 at the time. Wasn't for my birthday. I just knew some people. They were CB people. You know, CB radio. And there was a little group of us that used to talk to each other, and we used to meet up now and again. And on this particular day, this I think it was a couple actually, heavy metal couple with the motorbikes and all that. We all arranged. It was their turn to sort of arrange a meet, and we met at this place in Kingston. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but it was a heavy metal pub. Now I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know, there were all sorts of. I mean, there's normal pubs, boring pubs like Bar at One or All Bar One or whatever they're called like that. But Weatherspoons, cheap but boring. Nothing happens. And there are like pubs what do stuff. There are theatre pubs, King's Head theatre pubs, gay pubs, of course. There are pop pubs, what do just pop music. And there are heavy metal pubs. Few and far between, but you can seek them out and find them. We went to this place in Kingston. And I didn't know it was a heavy metal pub. And I got in there. I felt quite intimidated. But of course, everyone's very nice in there. You know, you just haven't got the gear on. So most of them are in there with the leather jackets and the chains and stuff like that. All these bikes outside. And I went in there as well as some other CBers who weren't particularly into heavy metal music. And it was so loud in it. A fantastic atmosphere. Absolutely fantastic atmosphere, and you weren't made to feel that you didn't fit in at all or anything like that. You were just welcome, the same as everyone else. And I sat down, it was so loud in there. Bang, bang, and the guitars, and there wasn't a band. I don't think there was a band in there. It was just playing for the speakers. And I thought, oh, I'm going to go in the toilet and get out of it. Pfft, you're having a laugh. Speakers in the toilet as well. Blasting out this heavy metal music. It was fantastic. I wish I could remember what it was called. Somewhere in Kingston, in Surrey. It was. Yeah, sort of not too far away from the river, if I remember rightly. And it was quite dark in there because it's all like all black colours and all that in there. Great night though, great night. Ross, Yvonne was my first school teacher. Was Mrs. Oh, is it? Oh, Ross had a school teacher. Were you teacher's pet, Ross? I bet you were teacher's pet, weren't you? You were teacher's pet. Did you bring an orange at Christmas? I bought one of my teachers an orange at Christmas. She threw it back at me and said, I want a box of chocolates. How ungrateful can you be? You know, that's the other thing. You know, when you go and visit people in hospital, and presumably there'll be one or two of us perhaps end up in hospital, I don't know, with this virus thing going on, don't take them a bowl of fruit. No one wants to sit there eating a bowl of... Come on, be honest. You know, when you're in hospital, do you want to be bought a bowl of fruit? A bag of grapes? You know, a selection of oranges. No, you don't. You want a box of Cadbury's milk tray. That's what you want. Blimmin' fruit. I've bought you these. They're all good for you. No, we want the box of chocolates, please. A packet of Maltesers. A multi-pack of Mars bars. a multi-pack of Walker's cheese and onion crisps. Or, if you really want to push the boat out, if I am unfortunate enough to end up in hospital because we have the underlying health condition. Yes, I've got one of those, underlying health condition. So if I end up in a hospital, if you really want to push the boat out and you come and visit me, don't forget your masks and you cover yourself in plastic. Very important. I don't know how we're going to do with the plastic. We're trying to get off plastic. It's all coming out now, isn't it? People walking around contained in a plastic bag. Contain yourself in a plastic bag. Absolutely. With the tiniest little hole so that viruses can't get through it for you to breathe. Excellent. I think that's an excellent idea. I think I should receive an award for that. Yes, when you come and visit me, if I am unfortunate enough to end up in hospital, I'm sure one or two of us will do, then please turn up with Marks and Spencer's Honey Roast Crisps. Yes, please, Mummy. Thank you very much. Yes, they are back on the shelves. Marks and Spencer. I'm doing the adverts. Are we being sponsored today by someone? Marks and Spencer's Honey Roast Crisps. That's what we want when we're in hospital. And Galaxy Chocolate. Not the dark stuff, the dairy milk one with 200 bags of sugar in it. Thank you very much. That's what I'll have. Don't be turning up at my place with a bunch of grapes. I will put them in my mouth and fire them at you. Other brands of chocolate are, of course, available. That's my personal preference. We want the Maltesers. Little chocolate balls with a honeycomb in there, as stolen from bees. There's bees flying around at this moment. They got nowhere to go. Why? Someone's nicked all their honeycomb and shoved it encased in chocolate balls. Terrible. I feel sorry for the bees. There should be a little left-wing group on that, shouldn't there, really, on Facebook? Save the bees, stop eating their honeycomb. Very, very bad. That's what we want in hospitals. Okay? Thank you very much. Lots of chocolate and crisps. Thank you. Yes, please. Just a moment. Let me write something down. Let's have a look here. I'm waking up moist. No, I'm not sweating in bed, Dave. I'm just extremely hot, or I was. I wasn't last night, though, so not too bad at all today. Ross, if you're hot at night, you have a coronavirus, I can swap a big bottle of hand sanitizer in exchange for your caravan. He's desperate to get my caravan. This Ross pats out, isn't it? Some people, they say, do you hire your caravan out? Absolutely not. I'm not having some dirty person sleeping in my bed, thank you very much. Or even worse than a dirty person sleeping in my bed, a female. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm never, ever going to have a female in my bed. No, thank you. God's sake, how awful can it be? I feel sorry for these young fathers out there. I see them, with their girlfriends pushing the pram in the supermarket or something like that. And I say to them, wouldn't you rather sleep with a man? At which point they usually turn around and knock me out, to be honest. But there we are. You've got to try, haven't you? You don't get if you don't try. Hey, Rachel. Oh, Rachel used to get something from my old viewers. What is it you used to get, Rachel? Rude emails. Did you really? Who was that? Oh, send me a private message. I won't read it out. I'm dying to know who that is now, Rachel. Maybe you told me before and I can't remember. Wow. Do tell me. Let's have a look here. Sean, I have a local heavy metal pub. It's great fun in there. Plus the sawdust on the floor was last night's furniture. Is there fights in there? There used to be terrible fights in the Black Cat where I worked. It was actually before I started there, but I used to get the stories. I started there in 1989 and left in 2007. So that's quite a long time. I can't believe how long ago that is now. I've done fantastic times in that pub. Fantastic times in that Black Cat. But before me, it used to be, and it was a fairly good mixture in there. Before me, there used to be a really hardcore of lesbians that went in there. Girls who like girls. And there used to be terrible fights in there. Chairs and tables flying across the place. How exciting. And some pubs are just so boring. No fights, nothing. How boring is that? You just go in there, buy a drink, sit there quietly for 2 hours and then leave. Nothing happens. What's the point in going to a pub like that if there's not a couple of punch-ups? You don't have to get involved, just sit back and watch. That's what I like doing, sitting back and watching the young lads fighting. Oh, send shivers up my back. Let's have a look. Mick took his dad 12 cupcakes when he was in hospital, but he didn't eat them, but the nurses did. There you go. Rachel's going to contain herself in her T-Rex costume. Now Mandy knows what she was clearing up because she used to be a cleaner in a heavy metal pub. Hey, Yvonne's son has just started working in Marks and Spencer's. Lovely. Perhaps he can get me some cheap crisps then. The honey roast ones. £1.50 a bag. Thank you very much. Excellent advice from Fran. To avoid the coronavirus, people should stay at home listening to this show. Thank you very much. Ross can imagine me in an old people's care home, joining all the mad, scatty old people. As you are mad already, you would fit in nicely. Oh, no, thank you, dear. Do you know, I know old people. I know quite a few, much older than me. And the last thing they want to do is be in an old people's home. Just sitting in a room, watching the telly, waiting for that day. Awful. Awful. I mean, some places, they take them out for little trips out, but... You know, I think the elderly people's places where you have your own sort of apartment are better. You know, maybe they have a communal room where they can or decide maybe they want to be there or they don't want to be there. But it must be awful just sitting in a room surrounded by people and they're just sitting there watching the telly. They don't even look that comfortable, to be honest. You know, one of those things there. Ross, have you ever been assaulted or drinks thrown over the DJ booth when you worked in clubs? Yes, I did. Yeah, a couple of drinks have been thrown over me. I'm not really sure why. I think sometimes people are on drugs and they don't know what they're doing. I was DJing Blues's in Hammersmith. This didn't happen to me. But it was a lovely lad dancing with his girlfriend. They've been together for years. And this bloke suddenly come up, pulled him around by the shoulder and laid him out. Smacked him in the mouth. Blood everywhere. Never met him before, didn't know who he was. And of course he was on the drugs. So I have had that before, yeah. I have had that before as well. Yeah. Have you shouted the mic security? Oh, well, certainly now, as I'm older, if you get to know the security guard really well and you're on like a level kind of playing field with them, I would only call a security guard as a very last resort. Okay, if I see something going on, usually it'll be someone rowing either over a drink or a girl. That's or in the gay places. Actually, the gays don't worry too much. You know, if they lose someone, they just move on to the next one. It's quite simple. But usually a girl or a drink. Or someone being leery, I will go over there personally. So, all right, boys, you're going to have to stop doing that. Otherwise, I'll have to get the security guard. Take it from me and nothing else will happen. I haven't seen anything. And usually at that point, I'm sorry to say this, if there's any younger girls watching today, not the older ones, you'll probably understand this. But the lads usually take it. They will okay, mate, sorry. Thanks for letting us know. Something like that. You don't usually get a mouthful. If it's a young girl, they will stand there and argue with you. And I don't know why that is. The lads will accept it from you. Whether they're straight or gay, irrelevant. They will just accept it from you and accept the fact that you've told them that if they carry on, you'll get a doorman. If it's a girl, she'll probably say, well, go and get the doorman then. Go and get the doorman or something. They will stand there and row with you, and I don't know why that is. But I will always call a security guard as an absolute last resort. And the security people know that it's a very last resort that I will call them. And certainly in Belushi's, they were very good in there, the security people. And I would say, okay, doorman, please. And they'd come running through. Chris, yes. And all I'd have to do was point, and they'd grab that person and drag them outside immediately. Because they will have known I've already had one word, maybe two from them already. So that I was on the same level and they trusted what I said. And then they would talk to them outside there. Generally, they never came back in again after that. You know, they might talk to someone out there and another security guard will come up to me and say, Chris, we got this bloke outside. Can you tell us what he did? And they will just accept that. They won't need to watch videos. But then again, I've no reason to lie, you know. No reason to lie. So that's that there. Just a moment. Rachel, nothing rude, just someone moaning that you're moderators. Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Okay, that's fine. We're just, I don't like to get, if there's rows on here, I don't like to get involved in rows and things like that on chat boxes or whatever. Right, let's have a look. Mandy used to find body parts and teeth when cleaning the pub. Did you really? How strange, isn't it? Well, don't have rows with people then. Then they won't cut bits off you. Awful, isn't it? Good. Yvonne's son will get a discount. Excellent. 23 is disabled. Brilliant for getting a job. Wonderful. That's how to deal with anything. Just try to go about your life as normal as you can. Now, for some reason, I've got my... Did anyone see me take my Thursday pills yesterday? I've still got them in here. Oh, no, hang on a minute. I know what happens. I've got Thursday, Friday, empty, Monday. I think they fell out and I put them back in the wrong hole. So there's Fridays. There's fine. I'll pill that. Right. Good morning, John Aitken joining us there. Morning, John. Mandy's going to be my bodyguard. Well, I wouldn't need anyone else, would I then, Mandy? Once you were employed by me. Thank you, Mandy. LaBelle. In my line of work, LaBelle is a drag queen. It depends on the kind of venue. There are some gigs I had where it's awfully dangerous. I did a couple where I was assigned security. What, while you're doing the gig? Oh, my Lord. We have had security at the front of the stage before for like really big artists. Like we've had the Supremes and not where I work now, but in the Black Cat where I was. We had the Supremes, Bucks Fizz, the bloke from Dollar, the Beverly Sisters. We had, what's his name now? Paul, oh gosh. I can't think of his name now. Paul O'Grady we had, Julian Clary, and on those occasions we've had someone at the front of the stage. All lovely people to work with. I've never worked with like someone you would class as a star or a proper celebrity and they've been rude. Never. Not one. It's only those people that think they are stars. Generally people just starting out who shout and scream, that's wrong and that's wrong and that's wrong. They're the people that you have problem with. And then you're not usually very good at the job anyway, to be honest. Jason Donovan is another one. Yeah, he was a lovely chap, Jason Donovan, to work with. Really, really nice. Right, let's move on with this. There's a new Picard out. If you like Star Trek Picard, the new one is out now. That's on Amazon Prime. I should be watching it when I have my lunch a little bit later on. What did I do last night? I cleaned my kitchen last night. Cleaned my kitchen, had the washing on while I did the show. So I did a little bit of washing in there. Unfortunately, little bits of white everywhere. Oh, yes. We've washed another tissue in a pocket. Oh, God. The times I've done that. Honestly, you put that thing... Oh, shall I check them? Oh, no, I'm sure there's not a tissue in there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, and it's now all over the rest of the clothes. Little bits of white everywhere, which, I mean, I must say, I don't really brush it off. It tends to drop off as you walk around, doesn't it? Like Mandy's body parts when she's cleaning that place. So that's it. I came across, if you're of an age, you will remember these. I came across today, someone had posted on Twitter, a public information film about, let's see if you remember this, about the Frisbee and the little boy and the girl who are playing, this must be 1960s, 1970s. They're playing with this Frisbee, right? And it ends up going in an electricity substation. And the little boy says, doesn't matter, I'll go and get it. And the little girl tells him not to go. And he climbs over the fence. Climbs over this fence and is walking towards all this electrical equipment. Then he stands on this thing, grabs one of the electrical insulators, and then there's this massive bang. And then there's smoke coming out of this little boy's feet. And then it cuts to and the little girl screams out, what's his name? Jimmy! Jimmy! She screams, Jimmy! And of course he's dead. He's dead, and then it cuts to the person doing the narration who says, don't go in electricity substations. And I remember, I haven't seen that for years. Years, it just happened to appear on someone's Twitter feed. Has anyone seen that? Anyone seen that one? Very, very good. Very, very good film there. What's LaBelle saying there? I took those gigs not knowing when you're poor. The money was really good. Yes. Yes, I've done places like that. I wouldn't say I've done really rough places, but places where the money is good, but they're not particularly nice places to work. I've done those as well. See, LaBelle, years ago, an old DJ told me, who's no longer with us, he died, at least 10 years ago now. His name was Dolly DJ. John Aitken will know him. Dolly DJ. I went to his funeral. And he told me, when you're DJing, if you get a gig and the money's right, take the gig. If you've got a night off, doesn't matter about... If you've got a night off and the money's right and you get offered a gig, take it. Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter who it's for. Doesn't matter on the quality of the equipment or anything else. If you want that job, take the job and take the money. If you listen to that, you'll be fine. And I did. And I worked with some dumps. Some real dumps. I think the worst dump... The customers were okay. They were a little bit... I think a few of them were on drugs and that sort of thing. The staff were fine. The customers were all right. But it was a dump. It was a place in Brighton. I won't mention the name of it, actually. It was a place in Brighton. And the DJ box was so small and it was very, very uncomfortable. But they paid a good wage. So I went in there, did the job and took the money. And that's what I did. So that's why I'm in the position I am now. But that was the best piece of advice I think I've ever been given by a DJ there. Poor John, his other half, always has tissues in his pockets. Have you got little white bits all over there as well? John Aitken loved DJ Dolly. He called me his toy boy. Pfft, not anymore, mate. Not anymore. Here's some news then. Good news. This could be good news for James Bond fans. Ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, da, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Don't you love that music when it comes on? Well, Daniel Craig could play James Bond again. Now, this story has appeared in several of the papers before. This is the Daily Mirror's take on it. He's 52, Daniel Craig. He said that No Time to Die, which has been delayed now until November. We're not going to see this now until November. I hope we're still here. I hope we're all still here to see that. I love James Bond. I didn't like Quantum of Solace. There was no humour in it. Devoid of humour. I loved all the others. I've loved very much. He said it would be his last outing as 007, but now it's thought he could make a sixth film. Daniel Craig could play James Bond again, despite once saying he'd rather slash his wrists. No Time to Die has been heavily marketed as the 52-year-old's last ever outing as Secret Agent 007. But it's now claimed that the actor could be returning for a sixth Bond movie after having a change of heart. Wow. It's all right, isn't it? A movie source told The Sun, I don't think Daniel's finished with James Bond, despite his previous claims. He was in the same position 4 years ago after Spectre came out, which was just excellent, that film, wasn't it? Spectre. That was excellent. When he publicly said loudly that he was done, and then as time passed, he just wasn't. So he might have changed his mind here. I don't think it'll be anything to do with money. I'm sure it won't. See, he will have made his money now. Now he can pick and choose what he wants to do. He said there's something about this part that scratches an inch. There's something about this part that scratches an itch and is not prepared to see it go to another actor yet. It's going to come down to how No Time to Die is perceived by the public and if it can become the highest grossing film in the series. The Insider says if it does, Daniel will be up for returning to the role one more time. The star, he's been here since 2006, so quite a long run in Casino Royale, once said he'd rather slash his wrists rather than playing Bond again. In a 2015 interview with Time Out, he was asked who should play Bond after him. He said, look, I don't give a f. Good luck to him. All I care about is that if I stop doing these things, we've left it in a good place and people pick it up and make it better. When asked about the possibility of doing another movie himself, he continued, now I'd rather break this glass and slash my wrists. No, not at the moment, not at all, that's fine. I'm over it at the moment, we're done. All I want to do is move on. No Time to Die was due for release in April but has been delayed now until November amid the global panic about coronavirus. So he might do it again. I won't complain. I think he's very good at that. I think he's a very, very good James Bond. My favourite James Bond was Roger Moore. Who's yours? Who's your favourite James Bond? Anyone? Who do you like as your favourite James Bond? It tends to be the one before James Bond. What was it now? Oh, my brain just doesn't seem to recall names anymore of people. Sean Connery. He seems to be, when I talk about this to people, he does seem to be the most popular James Bond, Sean Connery. Incidentally, the text phone is now working again, boys and girls. Those of you that used to text the show because you can't type on the chat box, that is now working again. Okay, we managed to get that going last night. Excuse me. John used to know Derek Watkins, who played the Bond theme in every movie. Oh, is that right? Okay, is that the dun 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 dun? Is that one? Michael Lawrence says a younger James Bond is needed. Yes, I must say. Rachel's favourite was Roger Moore. Mine too. And my favourite Bond film was Moonraker. I love that film. I can watch that time and time again. Moonraker. It's just hilarious, isn't it? His eye goes up like that, Roger Moore. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. John, there you go. Sean Connery is John's favourite James Bond there. Very handsome man. Most people do say that. LaBelle is the same as me. Roger Moore was my favourite James Bond. Of course, he did The Saint as well. You remember? And that little thing on his head, wasn't it? Mandy, it has to be Sean Connery every time, says Mandy. Anyway, we'll see if he becomes James Bond again or not, won't we? All right, what else have we got here? Owners of a super clingy cat. Now, I found to see why you wouldn't want a cat that is super clingy. Do we not buy cats and pets to show pets, to pet, basically? Why wouldn't you want a cat? Why would you buy a cat and not want it to permanently sit on your lap? Why would you want that? Well, in the Daily Mirror today, Rebecca May and her husband were finding it difficult to work as their clingy cat Ziggy the cat, fought for their attention. So they found a genius way to keep her happy. This is lovely. This is. We do like a clingy cat, I think. 3 years ago, Ziggy the cat was taken home from a London shelter by Rebecca May and her husband. It didn't take her long to settle into her new surroundings and show just how affectionate she is, with Rebecca saying she absolutely has to be sat on you. Anyone who sits down will quickly find a cat in their lap, and if there isn't one to be found, Ziggy will balance on back, arms, shoulders to be close to her human friends. This is the sort of cat we want. This is the sort of cat we want. It came as great news to the cat when her parents began to work from home more often, but proved tricky for them as the pet climbed all over the desk and computer keyboard. My Katie used to do that. She used to jump up here and climb on the keyboard. And we had a cat. What was its name? Penny. We had a cat, Penny, in our flat in Roehampton when I was a little boy. And I had a piano. It used to climb on a piano. Used to climb off on the piano and walk along the keys playing the piano. They don't care, do they, cats? Rebecca even put a cat bed on the table, so Ziggy could stay close, but it wasn't enough to satisfy her. After trying everything to get her to settle, Rebecca's husband came up with a genius plan to give her the lap she longed for. He stuffed a pair of trousers to create legs and hid a heating pad in the lap to recreate the film of warmth, adding a pair of trainers for feet and a pillow for the stomach. And it did the trick. Ziggy now snuggles into her fake lap, where she remains while the humans are busy. Talking about her husband's creation, Rebecca says he thought that creating a decoy would be funny, but I didn't expect it to actually work, and Ziggy loved it. So there we are. Why would you want a cat that doesn't sleep on your lap or something like that? I suppose they can get in the way, really, pets, can't they? When you think about it, they're wanting their attention. Not so much, well, I think dogs actually more, really. Dogs, they can't do without people, can they? Dogs. Cats can. They're not bothered. Then don't get any loyalty from a cat, mate. You may think that cat's with you forever, unless it gets a better offer a few doors down. Then it's off, mate. Bye-bye. It's off. It don't even say goodbye. It simply moves in with the next person. I've known people lose cats like that. They, where's the cat gone? And then weeks later, they just happen to be talking to someone and they realise, we have had this cat now. We've got this cat. It just moved in, and they find out it's their cat that's moved in. Rachel loves the Bond films with Jaws in it. Yes, Jaws. The old metal mouth there. Live and let die. Bah. Live and let die. Da 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 da. I love the music. I love the James Bond music. The new one done by Alicia or Elsha, something like that. That's not too bad. Certainly sounds like a Bond theme, doesn't it? The new one that they've been playing on the radio recently. Those oh, don't worry, Yvonne. They're honey roast crisps. Marks and Spencer's honey roast crisps. They're really, really tasty. Please get yourself some and try them. Tell me what you think, Yvonne. All right, my love. Adrian might play for the job that I am James Bond, as I have the watches to go with it, and I have a great sense of humour. What do you think? You have no sense of humour, Adrian. Adrian tells me these things that he thinks are funny, and I'm like, what? Don't get it. You have. I'm sorry, you have no sense of humour, Adrian. You're probably one of those that keeps complaining. We had complaints about the drag queen on Saturday again. Honestly, pathetic people. Stupid, pathetic people. Ow, shouldn't really say that on the stage. I worked at this place at Black Cat, as I say, for 18 years. And we had drag queens, and you must understand their humour is really to the edge and over. But that's what a drag queen does. Never one complaint all those years. It's only since the blooming snowflakes came along. They moan and they moan and moan. Oh, can't say that. Oh, can't believe they said that. That's that. What's wrong with that? Moaning and moaning. I had a complaint when we had the Brexit thing. I had a complaint. Oh, yes. And you never find out who the complainer is. Obviously, they won't tell you that. But they laugh when they're telling you about the complaint. And the complaint was that I had politicised the pub by having a Brexit party. Well, it was Brexit. And how thick can you be? It's like, let's throw. Oh, it's someone's birthday today. Oh, no, don't throw a birthday party for them. Same thing. So I had a complaint. I should be sacked and all this. It's outrageous. Oh, please, get real. Just don't come anymore. Yeah, if I was upset going somewhere or watching something, I simply wouldn't watch or go anymore. Simple as that. They just moan and moan because it's not what they like. It's not what they like. John Aiken, my favourite Bond song. There's a license to kill. Da 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 da. Now, what's my favourite James Bond song? It's Garbage. The World Is Not Enough. The world is not enough. Ba, 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 ba. And Sheena Easton's one. For your eyes only. La la da 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 da. Bing bing bing. Bing bing bing. For your... That one. I've got that as played by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra or the London Symphony Orchestra, instrumental only, on an album called Visions. Visions is so if you perhaps type in Visions For Your Eyes Only, you might find that on the Spotify or whatever you've got there. All right. LaBelle, my dog, was basically a dog. Was basically a cat. It was like they switched brains. My cat was basically a dog, and my dog was basically a cat. They switched brains. From Russia with Love, from Michael Lawrence. Yes. Right. Thank you, Mick. Thumbs up to help with Chris's coronavirus. So that I get it. If it happens, then I shall try and carry on doing the shows somehow. Diamonds Are Forever, that's her favourite film there. Favourite song there by the great Shirley Bassey. Diamonds Are Forever. Look, one of my most unfavourite one, I think, was Duran Duran, A View to a Kill. That didn't really do it for me, that one. Didn't like that one, really. I mean, I like the song, but for me, it didn't say James Bond. Do you know what I mean? Didn't say James Bond. Fran, I wonder how much uproar Spitting Image is going to start. Bad news on that one, Fran. Good news that they are doing a new series of Spitting Image. I've recently found out it's not going to be on ITV. They've got this new streaming service. They teamed up with the BBC and they've got BritBox. You may or may not have heard of it, BritBox. So for a subscription, yes, for a subscription, you will be able to watch BritBox. And Spitting Image, I gather, is only going to be streamed on BritBox. I don't think it's going on ITV. I'm mortally disappointed at that. I'm not signing up for another blooming streaming service. I mean, how many can you sign up for? I'm on one, Netflix. That's it. That's it. I'm not signing up for any more. The Amazon one just comes as part of the parcels package. So I've actually got two. But I'm not signed up to Amazon for their streaming service. I'm signed up so I can get my parcels the next day and free of charge. Because I buy a lot off Amazon. Oh, talking of buying things, if you were with the show last night, we had some wonderful callers in last night on the Thursday night phone-in show. We were talking to RT. RT, I don't think he's with us today, but it turns out he likes astronomy. And I was saying to him, you know, I'd love to be a bit closer to the stars and that. And he recommended I buy a pair of binoculars. Rather than, I didn't really want to buy a telescope. I think you have to, requires a little bit of knowledge, setting up a telescope and all that. And I'm a bit lazy like that. I find it difficult to learn things from instructions or books. I need to be shown. I need someone to come around, right, this is what you do like that. That's how I learn. So, I mean, when I worked for BT, it was great because they just put you out with a bloke and you watch what he does and then you do it. Not like a book, oh, connect this wire to here. Oh, I can't be bothered with all that, dear. No. Anyway, so he recommended I get a pair of good binoculars. He said you can see an awful lot for a pair of binoculars and it's not going to set you back that much. So I went on the internet last night, £39. And that's a decent set of binoculars. Now, you get them different magnification. I don't know anything about it. I learned all this last night from one of our callers. RT, he's not with us this morning. He would have popped up there. But RT was saying you can get a 7x50. He said you can get a 10x50, but the trouble is you'd be shaking and you can't hold them still. You may have noticed this, you know, when you've got like you're taking a photo with your mobile camera or a video, right? And you kind of, you know, it's a little bit far away and you zoom in. That's when you can start seeing the shaking. And you zoom in as close as you can and then it looks like you're not keeping the phone still. It's the same when you've got a pair of binoculars apparently. So you're better to go not quite the 10x50, which is 10 times magnification, but the 7x50. He said that's a lot better. So I ordered them last night and they should be coming soon. So I'll be taking those up to the caravan with me. £39. 42 with the postage, I think it was. You know, and he reckons out of that you'll see nebulas in the sky, you know, all these beautiful coloured things, and to be looking for a piece of glass and seeing it with your own eyes rather than looking at an image perhaps that someone's uploaded to the internet would be fantastic. So I'm waiting for those to come and I'll let you know how they go because of course it's a lot darker out there in Lincolnshire than it is here. We've got lots of street lights and things here. Plus I've got all lights around my house here as well. Keep the dodgy people away, dear. Let's just scroll down a little bit. There we are. John, Sheena Easton. I've got the Sheena Easton single and I met the girl from Garbage. Yes, that was the favourite one. The World Is Not Enough for me. And I've got bit of a toss-up between the two. For Your Eyes Only. I went to see that at the Putney ABC cinema years ago, For Your Eyes Only. I think I went twice to see that on my own. Good morning, Joey Millen. Welcome. Goldfinger, says Mick Davenport. Spy Who Loved Me for Gavin. Morning, Gavin. Right, where are we now? Let's just carry on there. There we are. Bum. There we are. Excellent. What's the time? 10:20. Yeah, well, we'll do one more story, and then we'll do the raffle tickets. Okay, bird's eye fish fingers. Who likes those? I don't think they have fish fingers in America. They have fish sticks, which I gather are the same thing. LaBelle, fish fingers are basically sticks of chopped up cod in little bits covered in breadcrumbs. Are they called fish sticks where you are? Again, the Daily Mirror. Good news if you like fish fingers. Bird's eye is about to give someone a year's supply of fish fingers. Did you ever have a fish finger sandwich at school? I bet you did you? Or at home even. Fish finger sandwiches. Yes, please, mummy. Bird's eye, the simple pleasure of fish finger sandwich. It's a bit dark, that camera, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Why is that one so dark? It is a bit dark, isn't it, that one? I think it's a bit... Oh, I know. It's because that light's over there. Plus, I've got the blooming autofocus on. Let's go back to that one. The simple pleasure of a fish finger sandwich is being celebrated by Bird's Eye, with the person who comes up with the best recipe about to be handed a year's supply of fish fingers. John loves fish finger sandwiches. Mick loves fish finger sandwiches. Oh, yes. Yeah, that is why I got the binoculars about. Now, stop that. Morning, Amelia. Morning, Amelia. Here's how to get involved. In an effort to track down the best way to make a fish finger sandwich, Bird's Eye has offered to hand someone a year's supply of them free. The Bird's Eye Butties 2020 Awards is aiming to put an end to arguments over tartar versus red sauce. Oh, got to be red sauce. No, tartar. No. Tomato sauce. Yes, please. How do you do that? Dirt cheap. It's like 40 pence in there. It's nice. Bird's Eye Butties Award is aiming to put an argument over tartar versus red sauce by conducting a search to find the best fish finger sandwich recipe in Britain. Have you got a fish finger sandwich recipe? Would you put in yours? The winner will not just get recognition of knowing they make the best butties in the country, they also get a prize equivalent of more than 900 fish fingers. 900 fish fingers, Bird's Eye's Sarah Coppens said fish fingers are an iconic freezer staple which are loved by generations. With the launch of the Bird's Eye Butties 2020, we want to encourage people to eat more fish through inspirational variations of the much-loved fish finger sandwich, as well as settling the debate for once and for all. That's between the two different types of sauce there. And they've got some pictures of fish fingers, a massive fish finger sandwich, which has got it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 10 layers. You'd never eat all that. Gosh. To enter, you simply need to submit your recipe to Bird's Eye on Facebook or Instagram, so just do a search there, by describing your ingredients and the methods that make it the best. Entries need to include the hashtag Bird's Eye Butties and be posted to a public profile account. You have until March the 11th, so just a few more days to get involved, which sounds quite nice. That does sound nice. As well as receiving the coveted title, the winner will also receive a year's supply of Bird's Eye fish fingers, or a £30 Bird's Eye voucher every 3 months for a year, which is enough to buy you 30 packets of 30 Bird's Eye fish fingers at current prices. I think I'd have the year's supply rather than the vouchers. Although I don't eat fish, I'm vegetarian. So, but they do a very good corn. I think it's corn or something else that they make taste like fish. It tastes exactly the same, to be honest. It really does. Do the raffle tickets now. Ask for a raffle ticket if you want, mum, boys and girls. LaBelle, already done yours, darling. Good morning to Info Scuba Diving. Morning to you. Fish finger sandwiches with red sauce for Fran Green. There we are. John loves fish finger sandwiches. Yes. Yes, indeed. LaBelle says fish fingers are called fish sticks. Exactly the same thing. They call them something different over there. Crisps, of course, in America, they're called potato chips. They don't call them crisps. Potato chips. Fish finger sandwiches for Mandy. Fran, fish finger sandwiches with red sauce. I read that one, didn't I? There we are. Tartar sauce for John. Let's have a look. Sean Pye likes fish fingers. Jack Matthews, we have Bird's Eye fish fingers down in Australia. Oh, you've got everything there, though. You've got everything that we've got in Australia, haven't you, there? Red sauce for Yvonne there. Good, and there we are. Right, raffle tickets time. Let's do it. Rachel, 742 for 742 for the lovely Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Where's that gone now? Has that jumped? Tartar sauce, Rachel. There she is. Rachel, and there's it. Oh, Rachel, there's Yvonne. Yvonne, 743. Thank you, Yvonne. Michael Pullman, 744. John Aitken, 745. Our next raffle is on Monday morning, boys and girls. Michael Lawrence, 746. Sean Pye, 747. Jack Matthews, 748. Mick Davenport, 749. Gavin, 750. There's Gavin. Joey Millen likes the fish fingers as well. Yep. I think you're a fish finger person, aren't you, Joey? I can tell that. Fran, 751. Fan Green. Ross Herndon, 752. On the birthday of his doggy. Herndon. Mandy Davenport, 753. Oh, hang on. Haven't I done you already? No. Mandy Davenport, 753. LaBelle eats fish fingers with either sauce. She's not fussy, are you, darling? Info scuba diving. I prefer my fish swim around in front of me rather than on a plate. Amelia likes the fish fingers. Tony King, thank you. 754. Get your raffle tickets now, gang. Michael Lawrence likes fish fingers. Ticket. My corona-affected friend, Dave Moses, 755. Well, you say that, Dave. I did have quite a rough chest some time ago. No difficulty breathing, just an awful lot of, like, you know, when you feel like your lungs are full up with something, and you sneeze and it all rattles and comes up. I had that a couple of weeks ago, so I am wondering whether I've had it already. I got a feeling I've already had it. You know, I think some of us have, actually. I don't know. I did go to the hospital when they shoved a thing up my nose and all that. It didn't come back to me, though. Presumably, they would have come back to me and said something. I don't. Diane Jebb. Thank you, Diane. 756. For lovely Diane. Joey Millen, 757. Amelia Dodd, 758. One man, Anne is Sprintervan. Good morning to you. 759. If you're watching a recording of the show or you're a silent viewer, you want a raffle ticket, just email me and ask for one. I'll reply to you with your ticket number. All right, my loves. Is that everyone? Okay, I think I've done all the raffle tickets. If I've missed you out, please speak now. If I've missed you out, please speak now, and I will correct that for you. Have you got an Android phone? Well, you could be hacked. Yes, it is very strange and mysterious, boys and girls. You could be hacked. Warning, warning. Possibility of hacking with Google Android devices. It says more than 1 billion Android phones and tablets are at risk of being hacked, putting users at risks of devastating cyber attacks. A Which investigation has revealed that as many as 2 in 5 Android users no longer receive vital security updates from Google. I wonder why that is there. Why don't you do? Is it something that you have to choose to do rather than like an automatic thing? I don't know. This puts them at risk of data theft, ransom demands, and other malware attacks. It could leave victims facing bills for hundreds of pounds to report notes, because people order something, don't they? They order stuff with your information. Very bad. Android phones run on software made by Google, just like an iPhone is powered by Apple Go. Google regularly updates Android phones with security fixes to prevent hackers from exploiting bugs. But older Android phones, this is what it says here, stop receiving these updates, putting users at risks. Without an update provided by a fix, a hacker can exploit a hole in your phone's security and wreak havoc on your life. So have a good look at your phone, boys and girls. If you've got an Android phone, are there any holes in it? Have you found, are there any holes in your phone? They must be covered up immediately with pieces of tape. Temporarily, of course. Which took a selection of affected phones and tablets into its laboratories and found that they could easily be hacked. Among the devices were models from Google, LG, Motorola, Samsung and Sony, many of which were still available to buy online. Anyone using Android phones released in 2012 or earlier are particularly at risk. I mean, it's 8 years. Is that a long time for? I suppose it is, really, isn't it? For technology, 8 years is a long time, really, when you think about it. Even newer models will be missing out on some security updates. So be careful. Make sure if you can do your security updates on all these things. I must admit, if something's working on my computer, like a specific program or something like that, and an update comes along. You see, I've done updates before, and they've thrown everything out in chaos. And I don't always do the updates now. If it's something like the karaoke program I have, I've done updates with that before, and it's thrown the whole thing off, and you have to delete the thing, go into it's a blooming nightmare. So I don't update that anymore. You always get a new update is available. No, thank you. Don't want it. Mick, I hope you haven't had your dead leaves are looking a bit dodgy. Oh, are they? Hang on a minute. Have you got the dead leaves in my shrine? Let me have a look. No, I don't see the dead leaves. Why haven't you got my dead leaves in your shrine, Mick? I sent you those. Have you got all the coloured pens? Have you got all the bingo ones? Have you got all the bingo coloured pens there? God, he's got everything, hasn't he? Look. He's got 4. Is that 6 fridge magnets? Oh, no, hang on a minute. You got 4 fridge magnets? God's sake, man. Are they laid out on your bed? They look like all that stuff is laid out on your bed there. Eh? Do you sleep next to all my stuff? That's a bit weird, Mick. That's very strange and mysterious. Mick lays next to all my stuff on his bed. That is very, very odd, Mick. Very odd. In fact, it's a little bit scary, if you don't mind me saying so. You're a very scary person, Mick, I think. He sleeps with all my stuff next to him. Don't know about that, really. Right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Here we go. Happy birthday on this Friday, the 6th of March, 2022. My little friend, Michael Holtz. Hello, Michael. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well in your life. I've watched him grow up. He's doing all right. He is, Michael. Last time I spoke to him, he was teaching people, I think a college or a uni or something like that. Happy birthday, Michael. 25 today. 25 today. Michael used to listen to... I did a programme on this thing called Play Radio. Was Ross Patzelt would know him as well. Play Radio, which was down... It was an online radio, talk radio station. And I was taken on there by Mick... Oh, what was his name? Mick... Oh, damn. Gosh, I can't... see, the names just don't come to me anymore for some reason. I don't know why that is. Mick, he was on one of the hosts on Magpie. And lovely chap he was. He took me on there and I did this little talk show about podcasts. I mean, I had to give a load of BS, to be honest, because I didn't know what I was talking about. But he got me on there. And Michael used to listen. I think he was 14 or 15 at the time, and he would phone in and have conversations with us. He's now 25 years old, so happy birthday to you, Michael. Hope your life is doing really well. Okay. Hello to Craig Pilley. Hello, Craig, 34 years old. He does radio stuff. Morning to you, Craig. Morning, Craig. He's on... last time I spoke to him, he was on Reach on Air. Morning, Craig. Hello to Chris Barry. Morning, Chris. Shiv Cracknell. Hello, Shiv. Happy birthday to you. And Susie Quinnell. It's Susie's birthday as well. So a few birthdays there. Happy birthday to you, boys and girls. And as we're in coronavirus period at the moment, here is our special birthday message for coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Keep washing those hands, boys and girls. Did I say 2022? Dave was saying that. I did that the other day. Why do I think it's 2022? Very strange and mysterious. I'll be hosting karaoke today. If you're in the North London area, there it is. Karaoke tonight at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Feel free to come and sing or just come and watch everyone else. We have a nice little crowd in there on a Friday night. Quite young. A little bit boisterous they are at the end. You have to keep control of them. Sometimes I have to drag them out and give them pain and suffering, just like Mandy does usually. I have to do it myself on a Friday night, Mandy. But they usually fall into line after a little bit of pain and suffering. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the show today. And I'll see you again, hopefully, at some time tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.